This is a recent pickup, and it was basically £85, and I didn't really need another Vomero, but I thought I'd get this one in because it's quite a sort of simple one, and for £85 can't really go wrong. It was a large size and just so happens to be the size that I would wear, and it's basically the Zoom Vomero 5 in the Vast Grey colourway, which is pretty much a sort of monotone sneaker, and so it's not doing anything special, but obviously it being a Vomero, you don't necessarily need it to be that colourful because there's a lot of panelling on here which is very sort of detailed, as you can sort of see, and that's what makes the this particular Vomero silhouette really cool. And I usually get quite a lot of compliments when I wear these, and or any of the versions that I have, and I wear them and I get, you know, a lot of compliments. So with this one, like I say, it's just monotone in colour with a lot of white greys, but what I will say is the way the sneaker looks, where you got this medial and lateral side, you've got this sort of caging system going round for the laces, and then on the heel you got this design, like almost like triangle pattern, and it gives you some sort of breathability as well as sort of lockdown in terms of your heel. And the Nike swoosh, I like that as well, the way that's detailed, and you got these little reflective hits. It was probably more for sort of running, and I also actually like this one in particular with the materials. I don't remember seeing this on the other pairs, or if they did, they were quite sort of muted, but this one, because it's using the sort of grey theming, I think it sort of stands out more and it's just more sort of shiny. And but yeah, it's just a sort of cool basic Vomero, and you know, for £85, having that much tech in there is a good price, and usually they're 140. So but yeah, very cool. So here are the details for the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 Vast Grey. Comes in a Vast Grey, black and sail colourway, and these have Zoom Air units in the heel and also in the forefoot, and it's also got a Cushlon midsole, and it's mainly made up of all sort of synthetic upper materials, and the price was £145. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the soft to medium side, so I think if you feel, they kind of feel more like a 990 V4 or similar to like a 1906R in my opinion, and also a gel Kayano 14, and they also have really good sort of neutral support around the arch, and because of the main sort of mesh upper, there's no wear in time with this. You should be sort of good to go straight out of the box, and true to size does work. I went a half size up in general, but because I just like a bit of extra space, but true to size would also work for me. And these have a really good traction for a runner in my opinion, so they're quite sort of thick and rugged. So with the look and style, I like the newly retro sneaker, but this 2011 newly retro sneaker is really cool, and just looks apart even now, and quite sort of futuristic at the same time. And I do like the neutral colours on it. It's quite sort of basic in its approach, but sometimes basic is what's needed. And it's a good one for sort of spring summertime because of the neutral and monotone sort of white colourways. And I think this one works best casually in my opinion, and it's a good sort of 2K runner, and you know, to wear sort of casually, and I think it goes really good with the white laces that come with it, but you can also put some grey ones. So with the final thoughts, I like the fact that these sneakers are lightweight and it feels really comfortable on foot as well. I personally wouldn't say it's as comfortable as a 1906R, but it's better than a gel Kayano 14 for example, and these are all sort of the popular sort of 2K runners at the moment, and it has sort of really nice neutral colours as well in my opinion. With the cons, I think the costs at £145 is probably a bit too much in my opinion, and that's kind of like for all these types of runners. So with the ratings, I give the look and style a 4 out of 5. The reason I've given it a 4 out of 5 is just it's one of those ones where it's just a plain sneaker at the end of the day. I think if there's one with sort of some really nice colours on it, then that's probably likely to get a 5 from me anyway. And the comfort, I'll still give this a 5. I think, like I say, it's still one of those trainers that is very, very comfortable on foot, and it just depends on what you like really. This is probably slightly a little bit firmer than a 1906R in my opinion, but it's not like it's bad to wear. It's actually really nice to wear, but it just depends on what you prefer. And the quality, I give that a 4. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's using mostly sort of mesh and synthetic materials, so it's not anything great, but I do like the tech in there, you know, having some Zoom Air units, and the Cushlon midsole does be sort of nice and sort of squishy. And the pricing, I'll give that a 4 out of 5. I think if they price this at the £120 mark, I think they'll be onto a winner. And overall, I think it's still solid, and that's why I've given it a 4 out of 5. I think, you know, it's one of those ones. It's not like an amazing looking sneaker, but it will work with sort of any outfit, and sometimes that's kind of all you need.